Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to All Burgundy and Gold, everything powered by the Urban Sports Scene and Fox Sports Radio 96.9 FM, 1340 AM. I'm your host, Glenn. Hey, not joined by anybody tonight. Just wanted to hop on here. Wole may be jumping in a little bit later, but I just wanted to jump on here. Some big news in Washington football, Washington Commanders football land tonight. But before we get started, man, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, so you miss any of our shows, any of our reports. We've been going strong, trying to keep you updated with all the news in the Washington Commanders land. And hey, each and every day they drop something to break news. We're going to be here talking about it, whether it's all of us or one of us, because we want to stay on top of what's going on in the Washington Commanders. Once again, thanks for everybody rocking with us. Hey, yo, drop a chat and drop a comment in the comment section. Again, hit the subscribe button, bell notification, share this bad boy with somebody else. Let's get into it, right? The biggest headlines of the day, the biggest news of the day is the signing of running back Rachaad White to a one-year deal, right? This is the move that most fans been talking about. This is the move that Rachaad White has been talking about. This is the move that Jayden Daniels been talking about. It's been buzz around here. Rachaad White has been reunited with his Arizona State teammate, Jayden Daniels. White, if you don't know who Rachaad White is, Rachaad White spent the last 4 seasons with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, where he proved to be one of the most versatile backs in the league, right? Last season, he appeared in 17 games. He recorded 572 rushing yards and 40 receptions, right? He fills a critical void in the backfield, right? Bill has some company in the running back room. We know Chris Rodriguez went to the Jacksonville Jaguars yesterday. Not sure about Jeremy McNichols. We know Austin Eckler should be released from the Washington Commanders. And so it was just Bill, right? So now you have Bill and Rachaad White. I'm not saying there's anybody who's a running back 1 or RB1. That's not even here for discussion. You just have another versatile back along with Bill in the Washington Commanders offense, which I don't believe that this. If you've seen this team for the last several years, they didn't have one featured back, right? It's been a back that's been multitude of backs, right? You've had multiple running guys. Hasn't been one bell cow or one person to carry the whole load. I don't think David Blough is going to change that. I think David Blough is going to continue with that he's going to keep the same system going on, right? They're going to run running back by committee, right? Running back by committee. I think that's going to be one of the key things that's going to take place, and that's going to continue to happen for this Washington Commanders team that is still going to be running back by committee, right? So with that being said, I know a lot of questions are being brought up, right? A lot of questions are being brought up. Like, will this be, what does that happens to the number 7 pick, right? I still think if Jeremiah Love is at 7, right? If Jeremiah Love is still there when the 7th pick come in, right? The Washington Commanders is still going to pick Jeremiah Love, right? I still think Jeremiah Love still gets Washington Commanders still pick Jeremiah Love at 7. Again, you have 3 running backs, right? Which most teams have 2 or 3 running backs. You have running backs we talked about last night, right? We talked about competition, those who are willing to compete, right? Compete for that spot, compete for that role, compete for that position. So again, there will be competition that will take place if Jeremiah Love is picked up at 7. So you have if Jeremiah Love falls to the Washington Commanders, you have Jeremiah Love, Rachaad White, and Bill Krosky-Merritt in the backfield. Here, one thing that's key. Remember, this team lost Austin Eckler. Rachaad White is a good catching running back, right? He's a good third down back. He's a guy that can come out of the backfield. Watch some of the stuff from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and some of the things that they did using Rachaad White. It was a lot of out of the backfield type stuff. He was always a check down receiver. And not only did he catch the ball out of the backfield, not only did he do well coming out of the backfield or on third down, he was able to make guys miss, right? He was able to make guys miss, was able to get into the back, get into different areas. So you get that extra YAC yards, right? Yards after the catch. He was able to do that. So again, you have a versatile back now in the backfield with the Washington Commanders, right? Look, it's excited. It's excited. If they can do anything what they did back in 21 when Daniels was his, the quarterback at Arizona State, right? Back in 21, Rachaad White, he had total 1,400 yards from scrimmage, 16 touchdowns for the Sun Devils, right? If he can get over 1,400 yards from scrimmage and 16 touchdowns for the Sun Devils, for the Sun Devils, and if he can do that in the NFL for the Washington Commanders with Jayden Daniels, we might be in for a treat in Washington. Again, Washington got more explosive again on the offensive side of the ball. So Rachaad White, let me know your thoughts in the comment section, right? Hey, do you think this is a good move for the Washington Commanders to pick up a Rachaad White, a running back that Washington needed? Also, let me know, where do you think is going to happen now at 7 with Rachaad White, with a Jeremiah Love? Where does this put Bill Krosky-Merritt? Hey, I'm open for all the discussions tonight. Let's talk about it. Because we here. That's not the only thing that happened today. We had some press conferences today for the Washington Commanders as well. What's up, Taj? Wait, what's going on, man? Hey, what's up, Tim? How y'all doing, man? Riding solo for a minute, but again, hey, let's talk about it in chat. We also had some press conferences today as well, right? So press conferences from some of the new faces that's come to Washington, and some things stood out in their press conferences today, right? Chig, right, who played for the University of Maryland, is officially back in the DMV, right? The question was asked, how does he describe himself? Chig said he describes himself as a high-energy dog, right? And particularly excited by his role in this new offense, right? He's looking forward. Not only is he looking forward to catch the ball, but he's looking forward for the yards after catch. If you ever watch him in Tennessee, he didn't go down normally, right? He made people miss. He made people missed him. He was also getting extra yards after catch. Unlike what we had in the past, right? With Zach Ertz, let's be honest, I tell people all the time, film don't lie. Film does not lie. And we saw it with Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz would catch the ball, go down, catch the ball, go down, catch the ball, go down. And we all remember it cost the Washington Commanders a couple of years ago in the Pittsburgh game when Zach Ertz caught the ball and went down, right? Could have got an extra yard or two, might have changed the difference in the Pittsburgh game. But again, that is what we got, right? So we got another tight. Chig said in his press conference, not only will he wants yards after catch, right, but he wants to be a beast, right? He wants to be the guy that is able to maneuver. He's going to be the guy. He wants the football in his hands, and that's what we like, right? We like the tight end who wants the football in his hands. He let everybody know, look, he's not from the DMV. He's not from the Maryland area. He's really from Georgia. He just played football at the University of Maryland. He also didn't. So that's some of the interesting things from his press conference. Didn't know crosses came over until his agent told him. Again, Chig is being reunited with Treylon Burks. We didn't talk about that last night. They both played with each other at Tennessee. All right. But we'll play with each other at Tennessee. So it is going to be an exciting time for Washington. We also had Mick Robertson. Robertson also had his press conference today. Look, man, again, Tasmanian Devil, right? High energy guy, right? Ready to be a hybrid playmaker in the secondary. All right. He's excited. Somebody asked him, like, yo, did you always hit like that? He's like, yo, that's the only way I know how to play. I've always hitting like that, right? He's always coming down, being aggressive. He likes Coach Jones, Dante Jones' aggressive scheme, and is looking forward to being a sharpen his knife, right? Looking forward to being able to what he said too, he's looking forward. This is what I like, because you like the competition. We talked about competition. He said he's looking forward to going against Terry McLaurin in practice, right? Looking forward to playing up against Terry in practice. Hey, that's what we want, man. We want guys, we want dogs. Just listening to him talk today, like, this dude is going to go and give it 100%, right? 100% in everything that he does and everything that he wants and everything he's going to do. He's going to put at a top level. And we want that. We talk about competition again. Need that competition. Want that top level play. Want to be bring people in here that's willing to go 100 miles per hour at whatever cost may be. Right. You had the homecoming guy. You had Tim Settles, right? Tim Settles. Man, his interview was pretty good. Laid back, chill dude, man. Excited to be back here in Washington. He said he spoke to the media, told him, look, he was drafted by this team. He's from Manassas, Virginia. He grew up watching this team. He played with some elite quarterbacks with Josh Allen. And he said you can't make the playoffs without an elite quarterback, right? He asked, how does it feel play with Jayden Daniels? He said you need a quarterback in order to make the playoffs. You need a quarterback to be able to get to that next level. And Tim Settles was relaxed, but he also said something that was key, man. He said not only did he grow up watch this team, but being back in the building, right, feels like a healed environment. Feel like a healed environment, which I'm like, man, it's been a minute since he's been gone, but he's back here and it's a healed environment, right? He can feel the difference in the building. He can feel the difference in the atmosphere. So he can feel all the things that are going on with the Washington Commanders. And he's like, this is a different building, different field. He even went to start naming the players that was here when he was here. Like Tressway was here. Terry McLaurin was here. Deron Payne was here. He said he's already connected with Deron Payne, and they've already had conversations and discussion about this. He said he wants to be in the middle, right? He's versatile. He said wherever they need me, wherever Dante Jones, Coach Jones needs me, that's where I'm going to be. If I need it, I can play outside. I can play nose. I can play wherever he needs me to play. He said, he want to be a dominant force in the middle, and he wants to disrupt plays, right? He said he can control the middle at nose, but he want to disrupt plays along with Deron Payne. He's willing to do those things. Wooly, what's up, man? How you feeling?
Bro, what's good, my guy?
Nothing much, man. Just running through the press conferences, man. Just running through the press. Yeah. So Deron, he said look, Settles press conference. His press conference was cool, man. He said, look, he's here. He's here to disrupt the middle. He's already reached out to Deron Payne. He's willing to play in the middle. So it's like, I'm just back here, right? It's not 6 years ago, when I played, or 9 years ago. I can't remember how long ago. I think about 9 years. He said, look, it's a different team, different organization. A few players are here, but I'm healed. This is a healed environment, and I'm ready to get things done. You're ready to play.
Yeah. I like Settle is a guy that I trust. I think that he's a guy that I feel like I was mad he left here the first time. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
He's a guy that I just think that he played at such a high level. He was a guy. I think what was he here? Was he a third round pick or fourth round pick?
Yeah, third round pick.
Okay, I can't remember, but I know because everybody was talking about the Alabama wall. I was like, damn, we killing it because we got the Alabama wall with Settled. That's a problem. And to me that unit was a problem at the D tackles we had when it was Settle, Allen, Payne. It was a problem. You know what I'm saying? So they were able to. That's when I always talk about. We talk about the defensive line. We had a good defensive line, regardless of how people felt about it. We had a good defensive line with the guys that we had in the past, but especially that Bama wall was Settle was something else. So I just feel like now, Settle with Payne, they have rapport. They played together before. Settle with you can do Settle with Kinlaw together. Can you imagine that beef up front to stop the run? There you got options now in the interior when you have a guy like Settle who's a legit run stopper. With the guy who's coming along as a run stopper and Kinlaw, I think you got a problem.
Yeah, I think you got a problem too. But also, what I like too is that the rotation is going to be key because you're going to have guys who are fresh in the fourth quarter, right?
I agree.
You can have guys going to be fresh when you need them.
Yeah,
and how many times did we see? I can't remember the game. Was it the Kansas City game? And that they started to get tired, right? The first half was great, right? Second half, you can start seeing them the tiredness coming because the rotation. They didn't have the rotation. They didn't have the depth. So now you have the depth of the defensive lineman. So now you have an opportunity for these guys. The combinations is going to be great, right? The combination that Durante Jones can play with, who he has on the field, and who works well together is going to be good.
Everything.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who starts. I don't care about everybody focus on who starts, right?
It doesn't matter.
When you get to the NFL, starting doesn't matter. That's high school stuff. That's high school stuff, right? It matters. Can I play and earn my paycheck? We've seen a lot of guys don't start to make the Pro Bowl.
That's
a lot of guys don't start to all pros, right?
Yeah.
So what do you do? Can you maximize the minutes that you have?
I agree. No, I don't want to cut you off. No, continue. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, they got to maximize minutes, man. I'm just reading some of these comments, man.
Yeah.
Put a couple comments up, guys.
Sure.
Todd says this, man. I know what was said last night, but you can tell that there was a type of player that identified and went after, which tells me it's a change of philosophy. No more vets, young aggressive types. Oh,
Yeah,
totally, totally.
yeah,
If
yeah,
you look at what this team has done, they have gotten younger. And they've gotten younger.
yeah,
They've
bro.
gotten more aggressive. You know what I've noticed today by listening to Amik Robertson, listening to Tim Settles, listening to Chig, right? Wally,
Mm-hmm.
we talk about it every Sunday. Yo, we got dogs. Yo, you got dogs. You got some guys who are willing to go the extra mile right now.
Mm-hmm.
And just by listening to these press conferences, you can tell that these dudes want to be here. They're excited to be here. I don't care if they might have drunk the Kool-Aid. There's an excitement in the atmosphere by these younger dudes. Like, yo, we're about to change some things.
I mean, it's all about, I feel you. I'm on a show me mentality though. Like we got to
Yeah.
see if they dogs. Like you could be a dog, with a mic in your face. I think I thought Joe Witt Jr. with a mic in his face sounded like a dog. As a coach, thought he was a dog. When the mic in his face, it was all about what you can do on that football field. I still got questions about Robinson as corner, but we'll see as what we'll see. But I do think, to your point, because I'm familiar with Tim Settle. He is a dog too, so I agree
Yeah.
with you. I'm familiar with him. I think he's a legit dog. I think Owe is a legit dog. You know what I mean? I don't like we don't have, like I think some of these guys they brought in, he's fifth round. He's a fifth round pick. Thank you. I think I knew he was a late round pick. I thought he was a steal because he was good at VTech. But yeah, he was a fifth round pick, I believe. But they have now they got guys. They got guys like Todd said that fit a plan. That's what I do like. It's a real plan. Like there isn't as much as people talk like I talk about Kinlaw, but what I like about Settle is that he's proven. Right? He is he's proven. He's 28 years old. Do you think about he's been in the league for a long time, for a while? He's only 28 years old. That's how young he was when he came to Washington, right? He is I know I'm keep talking about Settle because I just really like that signing. I know he had that presser, but I really like that signing. And it's just somebody that fits. I think he truly fits this culture. What they talk about, he fits it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey,
he fits it.
I want to add this breaking news, man. ESPN just dropped this Falcons James Pierce Jr. charged with 3 felonies, misdemeanors.
He got charged?
Yeah, he got charged.
I thought they said they taken away he is charged.
He is charged. He's charged.
So I thought they said, okay, so all right. So he is charged. He should be charged, though.
Just dropped. He's charged. Hey, what?
You mean they didn't drop the charge? He is charged, right?
He's charged.
Okay, cool. Oh, he deserved it anyway. He messing with Rachaad Jackson, man. You should be messing with my girl, Rachaad.
He shouldn't do that. But again, Washington dodged the bullet.
Yeah, no. You're right. No, I'm always talking about I've always talked about he's a baller though. I don't get but I'm always talking about that's when character is wild. That's when character when people assess your character in the draft. He's an example of them actually doing their due diligence because they got it right with him. There's certain players they do get it right with. I'm not going to but because he has issues. He really does. Because what happened out of jealousy or whatever, that shouldn't have been a thing. That was a terrible thing. But I think we got a couple more. Oh yeah, Rennell. So I'm delighted to have receiver running back Rachaad White with Jayden Daniels.
I do too. Like I said earlier in my opening, I just happy that we have a versatile back that can catch the ball in third down. Because if this team, if you look at it when they were good 2 years ago, Austin Eckler on third down was kind of unstoppable, right? It was like a cheat code. So now you have a running McNichols try to fill it in last year for being on third down, being that third down back. But you got a guy like Rachaad White who has some speed, who's evasive, who is doesn't have the breakaway speed as Bill, but if you go back, you watch some of his stuff, he gets trapped from behind, but he is elusive with shaking and bobbing and weaving and moving, right? So he's very versatile. You can put him in. He'll run you over. He'll go out of the backfield. What I'm really impressed with him about is that his pass pro is exceptional.
No, he's great pass. No, he is. That's what he is.
If you look at it in pass pro on third down that you may want somebody to block or the linebacker is coming, he's very good at pass pro, which I thought which is great for the Washington Commanders, which gives JD5 a little bit more time. So again, his versatility is great there. Hey, we'll see what happens. This is not 2021 at college, but again, it is a different time frame, different organization, and like I said, is on paper on March the 12th. But we'll see how things shape up here in the next coming weeks, and when we get to OTAs and train all that stuff, and see how things maneuver and move. Right. Let's get some more comments here. Is that contract accurate for White? $2 million is a steal. Yeah, that's what I've seen. I know it's 1 year.
What's it 1 year? Is it 1 year is it 1 year, $2 million? I mean, he was a backup last year, so I don't know if it's he's getting paid market value. He's a running back, and we all talked about running backs aren't the market value on running backs are not high, period, unless you're elite. And even that, you're pretty much underpaid. If you're a backup, I think that's about market value, to be honest with you. He was a backup to Bucky, what's his name? Is it Bucky? Bucky, what's the running back for the Bucks that starts? It's Bucky Irvin. Sorry, Bucky Irvin.
Bucky Irvin.
So it's like he was the backup to Bucky Irvin. So I don't think it's anything. I think it's a good steal it's a good signing for a back. Yeah, thank you. A good signing for a backup running back. But he's a backup running back. But it's like Glenn said, he can do a lot of things. His thing is catching the ball out of the backfield. Pass protection. That's his thing. There's a reason why they got Bucky Irvin, and he got replaced by Bucky Irvin. He's a backup. He's a backup at this point in time. He's not like a guy that he's not a bell cow running back, but he has value. You know what I mean? Like Eckler's like he's more like an Eckler role for them. To be honest with you, and I think George had a question. George had a question about you. Anything new? The Niners aren't trying to release him at the moment.
Yeah, at the moment. nothing new, as right now. Nothing new on IU. Trust me. When that happens, if it happens, we will
be here.
We'll be here. Man. We'll definitely be here.
We will be here when that happens. But yeah, but back to I just hope, and I said this. I just hope personally, but like a lot of folks on Twitter put me at ease, like getting say a White doesn't hinder the thought process of if available getting Jeremiah Love. That's all I care about, and it doesn't. So yeah, that's all I care about personally.
Yeah, like I tell people, like I told my bad, not cut you. I'm not gonna tell people it doesn't matter if you have a White. If Jeremiah Love is at 7, you get him. Yeah. Right. Because again, there's no bell cows. You're not getting Saquon Barkley, right? There's no bell cows. League teams run by committee these days, right? Teams have multiple running backs. This offense is going to run by multiple running backs, right? Again, you have White, you have Bill Krosky-Merritt. You may get Jeremiah Love. We'll bring another running back in, whatever. It's going to be run by committee. It's not going to be one guy carrying the whole load. That's not how the NFL works anymore. Look at teams across the board, right? Everybody doesn't have, even in Philadelphia, Saquon is not carrying all the load, right? You know what I'm saying? So again, you have, and look at Detroit. Detroit does it the best, I think, right? With Montgomery and Gibbs. Yeah. They have 2 running backs that carry the football. So again, it's running back by committee. So you'll see that with this Washington Commanders team. Even if they do select Jeremiah Love.
I do think that Jeremiah Love will get the majority of the carries, though. Like, it's still a running by committee, but it won't be 50. It won't be an even share. Like Gibbs, like there's always one alpha running back, even by committee. There's always going to be an alpha running back. It just won't be like like the old days, 25 to 30 carries. Like if you look at it, even in Baltimore, they were trying to limit. You would think that Derrick Henry was getting 30 carries on a regular. He really wasn't at all. He was getting 20 carries. And that's what he was splitting with Mitchell at times. Not splitting, I won't say split, but Mitchell was getting like, maybe 10, 15 carries. Even like you look at Gibbs and you're right, Montgomery, they do a good job, but they're going to feature Gibbs more than Montgomery.
But until they get to a certain point, because when they get to the red zone, most times
that's gonna be Montgomery.
Montgomery's gonna carry.
Yeah. But I'm saying but you're going to utilize Montgomery. Gibbs in the passing game in the run game. You're going to put him out there because he's more of that type of back, which puts Love in that type of favor. If he's going to be there, if Love is there, he's a guy who catches the ball out of the backfield, just like White catches the ball out of the backfield, and also he's a guy who can run between the tackles. He's a home run threat, so which they have Bill for. He's both of them combined, actually, to be honest with you. So he's a guy that will, but you're going to want to keep him fresh. That's the end of the day. You want to keep him fresh, but it won't be because by committee in essence is like everybody's kind of split. You know what I mean? Like by committee is like what Washington didn't really do that last year. Really, they were supposed to be by committee, but they really didn't. So by committee would be like I do think they're going to be, to your point, Glenn, because they are trying to, from what I'm reading, David Blough is trying to copy more of a Ben Johnson approach. So to your point, I do think that it will be like that. It will be like, I think Love, if he was here, I'm starting to think he's not going to be here. If he's here, that it would be Love getting about 60 to 65% of the snaps, and then the rest will kind of fill its way, which is good though, which is still good.
Yeah, which is definitely good, man. Let's go to the chat real quick.
Yeah.
Yo, I'll put this up there just because.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I saw you, Phil. Yeah, look, I'm Nigerian. We always late. But I always tell my guy Glenn that if I'm on time or late, I don't ghost people. I'll be like, I'm gonna be late, man.
Hey, yo, George says, is there a running back that really gets more than 25 carries anymore? Not really. I don't think, because again, you got to look. It's the wear and tear on the body.
Yeah,
17 games now. You want the running back to be around, especially if you're making the playoffs. If you try to get to the next level, you want to be able to be healthy. So not too many running backs are getting 25 to 30 carries a game anymore like they used to. Let's see. Eric says this. I like Love, Downs, and Styles, but I don't want to cry no more. I want to get off the field after third down and have a phase. See a quarterback who plays the run just as good as lockdown. More so Delaney to the guy. Wide receivers more so. You know what? I'm like you. I want to get off the field, but I think they've done enough with the defense so they can get off the field. I think they've done. We talked about the defense by committee. We talked about the defensive line where they have depth at it right now. We talk about the edge rushers, which they have depth now. You talk about the corners and safeties that they may bring in that they have right now. Think they can get off the field. Al Harris is still with the Commanders, right?
Who? Al Harris.
I mean Will Harris. Sorry.
Oh, well, the safety? No, he's still there.
Yeah, I thought Will Harris still there. So again, if you're healthy, Will Harris, we'll see. How that plays out, because when he came back, he did control the defense. The defense did change a little bit when Will Harris in the backfield of being safety. So I think this team right now has the pieces on paper. I'm gonna keep saying on paper till I see them play training camp, till we see a game, right? On paper, in fact, I'm gonna keep saying on paper. As of right now, I think this team has things to get off the field on third down. I think this team has things to do, except for the center position, right? We talked about that extensively last night. That offensively they can do well, but more and more as it looked like Allegretti. It may be the center, man. But
it looks like it. I'm saying, like, I'm not really like I'm not vibing.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that, but we would go there.
I ain't feeling that. I know that's what they're trying to do, but I ain't feeling that. But so I want to ask you, Glenn. So what do you think? Like, what do you see in like everyone likes this signing of White, but what do you see his actual usage? Like what is he really going? What kind of impact will he really have on this team?
I think what he really have on it gives you a third down threat, right? Because if you look at this offense as of right now, right, you got Chig as your tight end, right, who they have to account for him because he always getting open, right?
Yeah.
If you have you'll have White, who will be a running back maybe on third down, who's very elusive. He'll block, he'll get out, he'll be open. You have your Terry McLaurin, who may be stretching the field a little bit or going on a drag, and then now you have to account for those three that you already accounted for, right? That you have to account for, and then you got to put somebody on Jayden Daniels. So now you have a third down where your defense is stretched about who are we going to? What are we trying to stop on third down and short yardage situations? So it gives them more options. So that's why I'm looking for White. White giving that more options, being that Austin Eckler that was there a couple years ago, getting the short yardage, handing him the ball if he needs to be, blocking for Jayden if he needs to be, slipping out in the backfield if he needs to be, those type things. And again, we know that Jayden's going to trust him because they played together before, right? They try. So again, that trust factor with Jayden's going to be there. And if you go back, I watched today. I watched a lot of Tampa Bay footage. Baker Mayfield trusted him.
Yeah, he did though. He did.
Baker trusted him, and not too many times did White let him down out of the backfield. And a lot of times he picked up first downs and picked up extra yards when he got the football. He seemed like he was always in the right place, even though he didn't even start. But on third down, he was that guy that Baker then went to that he knew he could trust to get that extra yardage. So if you get a chance, go watch some Tampa Bay highlights or watch some highlights of White, and you'll see what I'm talking about. That's why I'm a little bit excited for him to come to Washington, because we actually have a third down back that we can really trust. And one thing too, he held on to the football, which is also key.
So, I'm gonna ask you another question. So I like everything you're saying. You mentioned Austin Eckler. Is he in Eckler when he was healthy and good on this team, like not injured Eckler, like when he was fresh? Is he as good as Eckler? Do you feel like could he have that type of impact? Because Eckler, I think we all forget like how good. Because I've seen people talk about Eckler, how good he was for this team when he was healthy and fresh.
Yeah, I think he can be. I think he's motivated. I'm be interested to see his press conference. I believe he comes in tomorrow. Okay. He'll press conference from White. If he comes tomorrow, we'll do the same thing. We'll break down some of the press conferences that happens tomorrow, because there's more guys talking tomorrow. Then there's more press conferences on Monday as well. So again, I think I like to hear guys speak. I like to look at their eyes. I want to see what they're talking about. And see, I do, man, because some dudes. So you think about some. Yeah, give you an idea. Some of these dudes, they really didn't talk to agents, got the deal done, whatever the case may be, and called them, say, by the way, you're going to Washington. I like to hear people after they talk with management, find out what their role is, and can they buy into it. So I'll have more on White tomorrow after the press conference and see what he says. Right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I do. Yeah, I'm interested because I know, like, again, a lot of folks are looking at him. And I think he's gonna be productive. So I'm not saying saying he's not gonna be productive, but when we talk about like Austin Eckler, and I do want to give make a shot like Austin Eckler his flowers. Like we forget how good Austin was when healthy here. So
this team is different. This team is different than that last year. If Austin Eckler stays healthy, they're not 5-12.
Yeah, I agree.
They're not 5-12 at all. Because he bailed him out a lot of times.
Yeah,
and Jayden trusted him as well. I like this with Deluxe. He's between Eckler and McNichols, but much younger. I like that because you see sometimes where White doesn't mind dropping his shoulder.
Yeah, I like that. He's a little bit between both. Yeah, I like that. I like that calm. I like that calm.
Yeah, he don't mind putting his shoulder on somebody. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Todd, let's go back into the chat. Todd says this: the best thing about this offseason is that Adam actually positioned the team to draft whoever. Yeah. Also,
Todd loves Adam.
Our favorite draft team the draft time makes it difficult for teams to read what he wants to draft. But I got to get Todd's point there.
Because Todd's right though.
Because it was heavy defense, but his offense a little bit today, and the people that he's signing who kept here. You don't know which way they're going because we're talking about running back and Jeremiah Love and they picked up White. What are they going to do there? So he keeping people off. Like, what are they going to do? Are they going to go Styles? Are they going to go? Let's see. Who else do we say at 7? Are they going to go Baines? Where are they going?
Yeah, but they're going to go Baines no more. Like that's not.
No, they're not going to go Baines anymore. But are they going to go Styles? Are they going to go safety? Downs.
Downs.
Are they going to go Styles? Are they going to go Downs? Or are they going to go Jeremiah Love? So he has different pieces, and you got 6 teams in front of you, which the number one team is going to go to quarterback. So again, now you have 5 other teams who have different needs. But the biggest one is the New York Giants set the pace for the Washington Commanders. In my opinion, wherever the Giants go, the Giants go linebacker with Styles, then I think Washington goes with Jeremiah, if Jeremiah Love is still there, or Caleb Downs. So one of those 3 players that will be a Washington Commander, in my opinion, when the draft happens.
Is it Caleb Downs, Styles,
or Jeremiah Love?
Yeah, I think Styles would be interesting.
I don't think they go receiver at 7. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I think they're going to trade. If they want, this is my thing. If they want a receiver, I've seen people really start to. They're going to trade back.
Yeah.
If they want a receiver, if they really want a receiver, I think they trade back. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, they really want a receiver, they'll just trade back. And I don't have an issue with them getting a receiver. If they want one, there's no need to get a receiver at
Not
7. Not at 7. You can trade back. You can get picks. You might as well get extra picks.
Yep.
Yeah, because like even I know people talk about Jordan Tyson. And you can trade back and get Jordan Tyson. You don't have to wait. You don't have to get him at 7.
Not a 7 at all.
Not
so here it is. George says this: so if we draft Love, he would be.
I agree.
Fit. Yeah, he'll give us 20 times a game, but he can touch the ball at least 25 times a game. Definitely, definitely.
Yeah, I think what we have here, like Deluxe, perfect. Yeah, not he's not worth this. No receiver is worth the 7 pick. I'm being real with you. They're not worth the 7 pick. You can get I'm not having an issue of going after a receiver. You just got to trade back. If your goal is to get a receiver, just trade back. That's all I'm saying. Just trade back. Because you don't need, and you can get picks and you can get a receiver. You'll get a receiver. You can get Tate you'll probably get Tate or Tyson. I mean, yeah, Jordan Tyson. So
yeah,
if that's the case. So, but they do. I think they put themselves like to your point though, Glenn. I think their styles definitely Love. And I think that's a good position. Like, you don't know what they're going to do. I think that's good too. Like, to put a team in a draft situation when you don't know what they're going to do. Like, you can't say you know what Washington is going to do at 7, which is I think that's the thing.
Yeah, Phil says Tate 6'3" Tate. No other playmakers grab him.
Tate's like really like 6'2", barely 6'3".
But we don't have a big. You don't have the big receiver. He's
not really a big receiver though. He's not a legit big receiver. Who you want? He's not like a big receiver. You know what I'm saying? Like Jordan Tyson's like 6'2", but he plays big though. Yeah.
Paul says this. We have to wait until to see.
Yeah, Tyson's pro. He didn't do the combine. So yeah,
he didn't do the combine. Got to see his pro day. All eyes on him. You know what? That's one thing about when you do the pro day, man. And all eyes are really on you. You really like you either gonna go up or you can go down. You can't like flub your pro day.
You can't flub your pro day, bro.
your pro day.
Your pro day is everything to you, man.
Your pro day is everything to you, man.
It's everything to you, man. I'm serious. Your pro day is
because everybody's watching you, man. Sometimes I think some of these guys are better off going to the combine than having their own pro day.
Oh no, by far, bro. By far. I mean, but this is what I do like about the guys in Ohio State. I like that they produce, like, other than Downs, for whatever reason. I like that they took place. They took part in the combine.
Yeah,
I think it shows moxie. I think that's like you're confident, and they produced. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah. I think IU to the point. I think Phil said, like, depending IU. Oh, I'm sorry, let me put you back on that.
No. Go ahead.
IU used to be number 2. I think IU is going to be number 2. So that's good. But yeah, go ahead.
I just want to. I mean, it's like Christmas, right? With IU, sometimes you ask for a Christmas gift, but you don't know if you don't know if you're going to get it or not. I think that's where we at.
He's a Christmas gift. He's a gift.
I think he's a gift from San Francisco. Let him go.
Because you're not trading nothing for him.
Yeah. San Francisco has all the power. Think about it.
I don't know if he's a gift because I don't know what he's gonna bring. What is he gonna do to the locker room? I don't know. I don't know what he is. I go hold you. I don't know what he is.
We don't know what he is, and that's where Dan Quinn, Terry McLaurin, those leaders in the locker room, kind of have to keep somebody in check, right? I will pass on Brandon, truth be told. I'm like you, Paul. I don't think this team need IU. There's other receivers out there that you're probably good.
That's my point.
I don't want to other receivers out there. You don't want to destroy your locker room over one player. And are you willing? If you want to keep, I think we said this last night. I'm gonna say this: if you get Brandon IU, why don't you just pay Deebo Samuel?
You said it, not I.
Right?
Yeah. If you said it, not I, buddy.
Just pay Deebo. At least you know you know what you got from Debo. Debo didn't have a bad season last year. Think about it. We give Terry so much credit, right?
Yeah.
Debo played with backups most of the year
And played with and played
still
and
produced.
played through injuries, man. That
And,
too. That
yep,
part. That part.
and played through injuries, right?
Yeah.
So again, and he still produced, right?
I
So
agree,
again,
man.
pay
I
Debo
agree.
Samuels, keep Brandon Ayuk off this roster, off this team, and let Debo cook.
I would love to have Debo back, to be honest with you. I mean, I think you get Debo with somebody else too, though. It just have to be like so because Debo can actually play his position, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like what he was supposed to play. But again, he's probably not going to be here. So I'm not going to keep like bringing it up because I know. I mean, I want him back. I think because he worked hard. But I don't think he'll be here. I mean, I think the writing's on the wall about who they want. And Ayuk, I think they want Ayuk, and that's fine. I'm not going to act like I don't think like I know what it is, but the Niners have a different game plan,
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah.
they're doing their thing. But Paul has a play. Paul's always like this play. He said he'd rather draft Bryce Lance. That's Trey Lance's brother.
Yeah.
Talented. He is talented. And he's a late round pick. I wouldn't mind getting somebody like that too. So
Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting that at all.
yeah,
While we talking about receivers, man, Treylon Burks had his press conference today.
he did.
His press,
Okay.
yeah, he did. And after a strong finish from last season, Burke resigned with the Commanders. We know he said, yeah, he talked about he cited the culture, right, created by Adam Peters and Dan Quinn as a reason that he felt like this is home, why he wanted to stay here. He said it was a culture shift. He wanted to stay here. I mean, think about it. He's a guy who hasn't had a home, a consistent home in a minute, right? Right. So it felt like home here. He's focused on being a veteran leader in the locker room, on and off the field. That's what he says. I mean, he said he want to be a veteran leader both on and off the field. So, Treylon Burks said he's happy to be here, happy to get some playing time that he had. The biggest thing is, again, it just feels like home. We'll see if he gets more burned than he did last year, right? Because this feels like home to him. He didn't do bad when he was on the field. I mean, we saw
he's impressive.
he was very impressive. We saw the one-hand catches. We saw
Yeah.
him getting open.
Yeah.
So we'll see how, again, Treylon Burks, Terry McLaurin, Chig, White, Bill Krosky-Merritt, JD5. The offense is shaping up to be very, very explosive,
Yeah, I think again,
like to pass the ball around.
Yeah, I feel like if some of these guys play to the potential we think they can play to, and that's Treylon. I think Treylon is ready and prime to showcase what he can do. Then whoever they pick up, and I wouldn't be mad like if they gave Trey. Honestly, I wouldn't get mad if they gave Treylon an opportunity to probably try to snag that number 2 spot, but they probably won't. Obviously, I know they'll go another route. But I wouldn't be mad.
No.
But they do need a speed. I think the most important thing they need, rather than what people talking about this receiver, that receiver, they need a speed demon on the outside. So if that's say there's guys on the market like Hollywood Brown or a De'Ami Brown or who could come back. I mean, I'm just throwing out names. Somebody who could stretch the field. I think that would work too, man. I think that would in with say a Terry or with Terry and Chig, right? That would kind of make it better. I mean, obviously, folks want to get another big name wide receiver. Would be mad that that would be dope too. But I think what they got here and what they building, not necessarily they need to get the big name if say the offense is clicking. Because sometimes, again, I mentioned coaching can make some of you by giving individuals an opportunity can make somebody a household name.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely can. Speaking of household names, Paul says, "How about Taquan Thornton
from Kansas City?"
Yeah,
the Chiefs. Yeah, I like them with Pat Mahomes. I don't like the thing about it is like Pat Mahomes can outthrow a coverage. And so I don't know, and that's how a dude was hitting open. He would outthrow a coverage. Like Jayden can throw a deep ball. He just can't outthrow a coverage like Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes outthrows a coverage. That's just a different type of arm. But I do like him. I think he has speed. I don't know what you put, like what his stats would be in terms of what he would be like in terms of this offense. I mean, he had some drops. with that. I mean, because he's a one-trick pony.
Yeah.
So it's about like he is a one-trick pony. It ain't like he's a versatile, like he runs the route tree. He does one thing. But when you have Pat Mahomes, when you do that one thing, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Because you're playing with Pat Mahomes. So it's just different levels to it. I'm interested. Like I wouldn't mind putting him out there. He has some speed. I wouldn't mind it at all.
Yep.
So that's
Run through. I just want to run through the chats, man. Run through the comments.
Go through them, man.
Ayuk is nothing more than a 1 year sense of heavy, low guarantee contract for me. Second year is okay with no guarantee. If it just holds his rights, I'm moving him after 1 year, no matter what. I think that's right too. He's a 1 year guy. Let me see. Here it is. I expect the tight end from Tennessee. Going to have a great year. I think so too, Phil. All right. We talk about Chig vouched for Burke as a dog. I think when you come from a losing program, which is Tennessee Titans, and you're going each and every week, you know you're gonna get beat up. It develops character, develops something in you, and you can still play hard through that. And you come to a team like Washington, who have had success within the last 3 or 4 years. It makes you hungry. Or you feel like you got love. So I give him the dog comment. Take a look at Jacoby Lane, wide receiver, USC.
Oh, I like Lane, the number 2 receiver. Yeah, my brother talked. He likes him a lot.
Yeah, get him.
Who said that?
George said that.
George. Yeah, my brother said that. He said he liked that. He said 6'4". See, that's the type of when you say like size, that's what I'm talking about. And and then from what I heard, from what my brother told me, he said he has a lot of good things to say about him. He said my brother's a USC fan. He says he's like the Pittmans and Londons of the world. Like he can catch those contested catches, and he has hands, and because he gave him the whole rundown on his skill set, and he runs up. He's pretty fast. So yeah, I like that one. And he was highly touted coming out of high school too. So
yeah,
I like that one. I actually like that one a lot. I think he's the guy you can get in the later round, like a ninth later, but like third. He may not even be in the third. Maybe if they had a second. Oh, Paul, we already saw that one already.
Yeah, we saw that one. Yeah, my bad. That one. Let's go here. Noah averaged 11 games played a season. Treylon 8. That's the main comparison. It is. You got you play who shows up, right? Noah was hurt. You can't produce hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, and I know that's the point is that you play guys that's there. If Noah was there, he could have produced. But again, do you want to? Nobody's gonna take that experiment again.
He said Randy. He said he reminds of Randy. I won't say he's Randy. He won't. Now he ain't not Randy. Randy Moss on that 4-2, buddy, like a 4-3, 4-2. No one gonna. He's nice, but not like Randy. No, I ain't Randy. Randy ran like a 4-3, 4-2.
Yeah. Randy's different. Randy's different.
Genes are different, buddy. But I like it though. But like I like it. I like it though. I like it though. I won't tell you I don't like it. You ain't gonna get me telling I don't like it. I like it though. Paul, he agrees. Paul says Lane is nice and smooth. That's a good one too.
If he's there, go get him. You know what I'm
saying? Did y'all hear the new tight? Yeah. We talked about Todd. We talked about tight end. Glenn broke it down.
Yeah, his interview was legit, Todd. He talked about yards after catch. Talked about he want to be explosive. He talked about coming here and doing everything that he needs to do. He can again. He's an all-around tight end. He can block. He can catch.
I got you.
He talked about he called himself a high-energy dog, right? Mm-hmm. And he's excited about the new role in the new offense. My thing is, I'm excited about the new role in the new offense. I haven't even seen it yet. But again, I guess whatever they selling these dudes, man, they're selling some good.
They're selling some good stuff to you right now, Glenn.
They're selling some good stuff. Yeah, everybody talking about this new offense, man. I want to see that bad boy.
I ain't gonna lie, man. That's one thing. They are gassing the offense up.
They're gassing the offense
up. I'm trying. Now I'm hearing Ben Johnson. I'm hearing all this stuff, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Are we like? I'm hearing more about Ben Johnson, a Ben Johnson offense than the Cliff.
The Cliff, right?
Yeah, I'm like,
they gassing this offense
up, man. I tell you. Like more, I'm hearing a Ben Johnson more than I'm hearing about a Kyle Shanahan type offense.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's interesting, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's very interesting. Yeah. Deluxe got a question. He says, how many games does it take for Chig to pass Hurts for yards after catch as a command?
8. It takes 8.
Bro, it may take 3, man. Like it may take 3 games, bro.
Again, I know what people say. I had this question, and I've always talked about it. Yo, my question is this: we talked about the tight end situation. You haven't hurt Zach. You haven't hurt Zach Ertz. And no, this is a business.
Yeah.
This is a business, and I know it's business. But do you keep him?
No,
I don't.
no, he's not. Well, he's not coming. No, he's not coming back.
He can't make it back till late in the season. Zach, we love you. Hey, gotta go.
He's not coming back, bro. Like unless they got like killed with injuries, and at the end of the year they need to bring somebody in. That's it. But he's not. He's not coming back. Paul, we are the darlings again. We're becoming the darlings again.
Paul, you know what? Paul, I don't want to. I want people to see us like they did a couple years ago. We're the underdogs. I don't want nobody to have no expectations.
I don't think that's but I'm gonna be real with you. I think they're gonna look at it. So I'm gonna be real because Mo said this in our chat, and I totally agree with Mo. And I know he wasn't saying this as a hater. He's being real.
Yeah,
a lot of guys that they're signing are not guarantees.
No,
they're not guaranteed ballers, right? They're like you hope that you see the potential, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see the potential, but you're hoping that they produce. You know what I mean? You see the potential, but they're not guarantees. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, when you get a Trey Hendrickson, right? Let's just use that example. For the body of work, you know he's gonna chances are he's gonna produce.
Yeah, he's gonna
he's going to produce. Like even last year, when he held out last year, in 7 games, he had 4 sacks. He's going to produce, right? Like he's going to produce. You think of wide receivers on a certain wide receiver that may touch the mark. Like last year, I'm not going to talk about this year because I don't know what Alec everybody was what's his name? What was his name? Alec
Pierce.
Alec Pierce. I'm not going to talk about somebody like him, but say like a Adams, right? A Devontae, like he's going to produce. Like the Rams got him, you know he's going to produce. Like so, but Washington, these guys are guys that like the guys that like the guy from like the guys from Kansas City, like even the edge rusher. Like you look at what he's done, his body of work. He's 3.5 sacks, athletic, but they're not. You don't know. It's not a fact. You're just hoping. You know what I'm saying? There's guys that produce in the NFL, but have a possibility. They produce. What's produced production? Like the kid, the DN they signed from Kansas City only had 3.5 sacks. The guy from,
but he's also played with Chris Jones.
Yeah, but with Chris, it makes so he's supposed to be better, right? Because you're getting doubled. That's even honestly, you're supposed to be even better. But he has potential. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah,
I'm not knocking people. I'm just saying. None of these individuals are guaranteed. But they have a high ceiling to what Deluxe was saying. They have a high ceiling. Will they with more sacks? We don't know. It's about the will they? That's the question. Like, will they? But there is a high ceiling, but there's no guarantee. Like, that's the thing. Like, there's no guarantee that if you look at Chig, if you look at him, 500 yards last year, no touchdowns that he does barely touch. What's like 2 touchdowns as a tight end, but you could say too. He's played with bad quarterback play. I mean, a rookie quarterback last season, so it's hard. It's tough. I won't say bad quarterback play, but he played with a rookie quarterback. And he didn't have the greatest quarterback play in Tennessee too either. So that plays a part too. But again, you're still hoping for a certain type of production. You don't know, but you see the ceilings, high ceiling. But it's not a guy who's done it already in the NFL game, like played it at a high, like is a all pro worthy tight end. But you think he can be one though. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of guys that there's hope. You're hoping for them to be successful, but I do think that, it stays with the theme, right? With Adam Peters, and I think with Todd, Todd said something that I agree. But that's the risk of signing young ascending players. I agree.
Yeah, and that's what Deluxe. That's a question with more snaps. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. More snaps, more production.
Yeah.
Let's go. There's one that I wanted to look at. Tosh had a question here. With only 3 corners signed as a limited draft pick, do you see more big signings, or we bringing back Jones and Noah?
I don't think they're bringing back Noah.
I don't think Noah's coming back.
Jones? I don't know about Jones. Jones come back?
Jones didn't
know about Jones.
He didn't do bad, but I know Noah. I liked Noah 2 years ago, but
I don't know. I think they'll probably get. I feel like they're going to get He's Nigerian too. It's funny. The kid from Ohio State who played what's his name? Oh shoot, I'm having a moment. Because he played in he played in
played for Detroit.
He played for Detroit.
Shoot, I know you're talking about
and he got
Okuda.
Yeah, Okuda. Jeff Okuda. Yeah, I think they're gonna try to make a play with Jeff Okuda. I can see them signing Jeff Okuda because he went to Minnesota. Actually, he went to Minnesota too for a little bit. So I think I can see them. I can see him signing Jeff Okuda.
Yo, Paul said people are loving our free agents picks. People are loving our picks.
Oh, Jones already sound. He's elsewhere. He did. Okay, he sounded elsewhere. That makes sense.
Okay,
but I can see him set Jeff Okuda. I can definitely see Jeff Okuda. Definitely.
Yo, what's up, Kevin? Who do you think? Who do we take in the draft? Look, we talked about that. It's all about who the Giant takes. I think there are 3 names: Caleb Downs, Sonny Styles. We also think there is the name of Jeremiah Love, but again, depends on if he's around. Depends on what the New York Giants do. Because if the Giants take Styles, Washington takes Caleb Downs. If the Giants takes Caleb Downs, I think Washington takes Sonny Styles. So I think it all depends on the Giants. So,
is Kobe Durant a free agent from the Rams? He's a free agent.
Kobe Durant's a free agent. Might be. Let me double check that.
HBCU, my guy, South Carolina State. He's a free agent. That would be a good pick. I didn't know he's a free agent though. Is he? I mean, they did make the trade for the corner for the Chiefs. But he a free agent?
Nah, he's still at the Rams.
He's still with the Rams, right?
No, he's still available. No,
he's available.
Yep, he's available. As of 12 hours ago, he's still available.
Oh, I did Kobe Durant. Yeah, I like Kobe Durant. I do. Yep, he is. I'll get Kobe Durant. He's a starter though.
Yeah.
Kobe's a starter.
Yeah, he is.
He's not really a bench player. Kobe's a starter. I think the pick. I think he's waiting, I think he's trying to find a starting role. I think the pick will be Styles, Downs, or Love.
Yep.
I mean, Todd's like me. He's like Love. I'm starting to think y'all making me already trying to change my mind on Love. Y'all making me think Love ain't gonna be there at 7. So I'm kind of like now kind of over. He ain't starting over my man Mikey. You bet you tripping. Ain't nothing. You tripping.
Kevin has one.
Yeah, I don't think he's better than Mikey. I think he good. I don't think he's better than Mikey. I think he's good in that system, but I don't think he's better than Mikey as an on-ball defender. He gets beat too. He gets beat on ball. I mean, he can make plays though. I do like it. He can make plays though, but he can get beat though. And I like Kobe. And I like Kobe Durant. Like I follow Kobe Durant. I like Kobe Durant.
Definitely. I
like Kobe Durant. Kevin, you read this one. Do you think if we give Bill true HB1 carries, he could take off? I believe.
And we talk. I think.
I don't know if Bill is a HB1.
Not 25 times.
Yeah, I don't think he's that type of back. I mean, we'll see.
We'll see this year.
I could be wrong. We'll see. I just don't think that. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think he has good traits though. I think he does good traits to be. He has good traits. I just don't know if he can hold up. Let me say that much.
Yeah.
And ball, and I need to know, like, they need to know they can trust him holding the football. That fumbling situation was definitely a thing. Ball security was a thing.
It is definitely a thing.
It definitely was a thing. I mean, about the fumbles, exactly. I'd be worried about them fumbles.
Worry about the fumbles. If you don't fumble the football, his fumbles. And let's give him some credit, not credit, but even if they're getting punched out, because several got punched out, you got to hang on to the football.
Yeah, but there was some getting punched out, but some of them he was like loose with it. But again, when you're a that's the thing. When you're a home run hitter, you're gonna have to understand like the value of kind of protecting that football, because when you think you can make a big play, sometimes the ball gets loose. Like and he's gonna have to, and if you're gonna fumble, you gotta be. And this is the one thing I always say: if you're a fumbler, you better be you gotta be the elite of the elite for people to kind of be like, all right,
Tiki Barber.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like you gotta be elite of the elite. Shoot, even if you look at what happened, even Derrick Henry, who had a fumbling problem earlier this season, and shoot, they even like kind of hindered some of his carries because of it. And we talk about Derrick Henry.
Yeah. Because I mean, the ball is life. The ball is gold, man. And in football, the ball possessions are king, man. If the less possessions you have,
I agree.
The great likelihood that you're not going to win. So
I agree with this, Deluxe.
Bill isn't RB1 now. He's not third.
Yeah, I agree with this. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a HB2 change. I agree. He needs to fix. Yeah, he needs to fix that if he wants to keep playing. That speed won't make up for for it in the long run. I agree.
Yeah,
it won't. You got to be able to see safe with the football. I think he does. He does some good things in terms of patience, like finding hole. He can find the hole. He's good at making people miss. He's good at getting extra yards. He's physical for a little guy. For real, he's shown physicality. But again, having Rachaad White and all those other Rachaad White, and they get another back, it'll help. It will help him be fresh. I believe they'll probably get if it's not Love, I believe they'll get some other back in the building.
Yeah, I think they get another back in the building
because I don't think they'll go into this. They're not gonna go in the season with like White and Bill being the two backs. I don't think they will.
Nah. Hey, I'm gonna hit on this one real quick before we get out of here.
Yeah.
The kicker. We had Jake Moody talk today too, man. Jake Moody's the last press conference of the day. He was the most reliable leg in Washington. If you remember Jake Moody,
Let's go Blue.
He beat Washington early in the year when he played with the Chicago Bears. And then when he got back on the team with the Washington Commanders, he was reliable. I still think I know what we said.
Then you competition.
You did competition. You bring somebody else in camp.
Gotta bring somebody else. I love Jake, but he's not a guy that you can trust to be you know what I mean. Said McNichols is coming. McNichols coming back. Is he? I don't think so. Is he? Is that a thing?
I'm not. I don't think McNichols is coming back.
I mean, I think McNichols comes back if they don't get Love. I can see that happening. I think they would go with a McNichols, White, and Bill play situation, and Bill would be the number one. I can see them going that route.
Yeah, I can see that happen.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, everybody. Yeah, the other running back from Notre Dame. Everybody talks about him like I know he's okay, but he ain't Love. He okay? He good?
He's not Love.
Yeah, okay, he's not Love. He's okay. He's pretty good. He's good though. I'm not gonna say he's not good, but you know what I'm saying. But I think that's more of like a second round, third rounder, to be honest with
you. Yeah, but definitely. Hey, that's all we got for tonight, man. We wanted to break down the press conferences. Wanted to break down the big Rachaad White signing for the Washington Commanders. Hey, once again, stay here for all the Washington Commanders news. We may not drop it when anybody else, but we're gonna talk about the Commanders. So whatever happens, we're gonna be here talking about the Commanders, because I think this has been a great offseason, great free agency for the first 2 days so far. We'll see how things play out here in the next couple of days with the Washington Commanders. Y'all, thanks for rocking with us. We got 158 strong tonight. I appreciate you guys for rocking with us. Whatever you're watching us on Facebook, Instagram, whether it's Twitter, whatever case may be. Hey, thanks for rocking with us. Make sure you share, subscribe, hit the subscribe button, the bell notification. Share this with somebody else. We're on our way to 1,000. We need your support. We need your help. Hey, my man Ty said hashtag spread the love. You know what? Hey, I guess we're gonna have to spread the love. We're spreading the love here. Spread all Burgundy and gold, everything, and we'll spread love.
Yes, spread the love. It's like Glenn said, man. Spread the love, man. Tell a friend. Make sure they subscribe to the this pod on YouTube. We try and get to man. We try and get that to that 1K. Like thank you. Yes, thank you. We try and get to that 1K. Everybody, tell a friend. Like, hey, I know this pod called All Burgundy and Go Errrything. We want it. Yeah, like you gotta be locked in and hip. They trying to get to 1K and they want the dopest pods out there. So tell a friend.
Speaking out here. Nothing but facts over here. Nothing but facts.
You're big time. Nothing but facts. And and one thing too, we like to make sure that you all are included in our discussions. So so you already know what time it is. Anyway, man, appreciate everybody for pulling up. Y'all been listening to All Burgundy and Go Errrything, powered by the Urban Sports Scene and Fox Sports Radio 96.9 FM at 1340 AM. Hopewell, Virginia, 4 ages. Yiddig, deuces. We are out.
Peace.